All right. Passion versus income. So, in 1 second each, let everybody just tell me one thing that you're really passionate about.
Okay, let me try. I think I am passionate about helping people. I love to help. I love to talk to people. I love to put smiles on people's faces. I think I find out what I'm passionate
That's
about.
amazing. Let's get right into it very quickly. Let's get right into it. So, today we're going to be talking about passion versus income. Okay, this is something that I have lived out. It's not just something I've read about, but something I've lived out, and it's always a pleasure. The beautiful thing about not just having a passion, but also getting income from it. And if you're getting income and you want to focus on your passion, how to go about it, right? I used to be a banker. I had a good job, and it gave me some of the benefits I needed. It gave me, banking is one of the career people respect so much. So I was enjoying the whole thing. I was enjoying my work really, and I got transferred back to River State where I had to meet different set of people, different quality of people, and I really loved it. So the income was there really, but then there was another part of me that wanted something else. From childhood, I'd always loved writing. I'd always loved putting my stories, my words out there, and over time, just helping other people to find their words too and put their words out there. Income is important. Income pays the bills. Income is one thing that will fund your dreams. Yes, you're passionate about helping people, but if you don't have income, you can't really help people the way you think you want to help. Income is what takes care of family. You don't want to just keep talking and talking and talking, and then at the end of the day, nothing to show for it. It's going to be very frustrating. You're going to ask yourself questions. You're going to second guess your decisions. So, as much as you love to volunteer, as much as you love to help people, at some point you're going to ask yourself, okay. So, what's in this whole thing? How do I monetize it? Just like the language we use today, everything people want to monetize, right? Because we all desire this certain level of structure and comfort. So, but what I've learned is that while income keeps you going, it doesn't always keep you fulfilled. There are people who, I think I read a story somewhere of someone who was very successful, and he had to take a certain course. He was successful in his career. He took a certain course because it's what his parents wanted. And after a few years, he went back to his parents and he wanted to go back to school, which sounded very absurd. But eventually he did, and he started doing what he loves to do. So income will keep you going, but it will not keep you fulfilled. And at the end of the day, that feeling of fulfillment cannot be bought with money. There's no amount of salary or honorarium that can really cover that feeling of fulfillment. And that's why you also see some successful people who end up taking their lives, because even rich people who end up taking their lives, because as much as you want to have the income, the fulfillment should be there. So you can have money coming in every month, but you still feel restlessness inside you. And that's where your passion comes in, right? For me, that whisper was publishing. I knew I wanted to write. I had even already published my books before I started banking. I published my first book 2014. I had published I think my first two books, yes, while I was on the job, while I was working as a banker. So, but that pool of passion was there. It was publishing. I wanted to just put my words out there. I wanted my books to be read. I wanted to make sales. I wanted to be a very influential and profit making author. So I loved to also help other people put their stories out there. I just loved the whole creative process, everything. And amazingly, where I stayed while I was in school was a room sharing fence with a printing press. So, and I discovered that most of their jobs, most of their bulk jobs, they used to do it at night. And because of that, once they start once they start that their work, I'll just go by my door, stay there, and enjoy the smell. I don't know if you've been to a printing press before, or a place where bulk printing just happens. I just I would stay by my door, enjoy the smell of the paper printing running through the machines, and then the noise, because I felt like there was something I really wanted to do with this thing, right? So even when I was in the corporate sector, I didn't lose that passion, because as you are, the voice of passion is going to be greater than the voice of whatever job you're doing right now, right? No matter what it is, you're still going to have that feeling of, I need to do this, I need to do this, I really need to do this. So passion has a way of giving you energy when you should be exhausted. Passion can light something inside you that money alone cannot buy. It's just like learn and grow with Dima. If you followed Mrs. Gloria for a while, you will notice someone who enjoys sharing knowledge. Sometimes I'll be like, you're sharing too much, you're giving too much. These are things people should pay to get. These are things people should pay to learn. But she gives it all out for free. And you see, when you're even talking to her, you see this joy, like I've done something, that fulfillment. So passion has a way of giving you energy. Like this evening, ordinarily, you just send a message that this will not hold. But then she's here, we are firing down. So when she talked about this 1 month training, the first thing I said was, who does a 1 month training for free? My God. And I looked at the lineup of topics. What is this? But when she was sharing it, the joy was something else. So passion has a way of making you do things that ordinarily would even look exhausting. So when you're picking your passion, and you're not just picking your passion because, okay, I categorized it. It's something in depth. What is that thing? What is that? Some people, their passion is sourcing for fabric. Some people, their passion is going to market. Hey, some people are complaining about how exhausting market runs is, but you see, this person had joy. If she has not gone to market in 3 days, it will be as if something important is missing from her life. So you have to find your passion, that thing that just gives you energy. Once they mention is, no matter how tired you are, you you just get up on your feet and keep going, right? But then there's something about passion and income. It's either a lot of people have to make a dramatic choice, right? It's either you're realistic and stick to your job, or even when it drains your joy, gives you makes you worked up, or you jump into your passion head first without a plan, and then you find yourself broke. These are some common um, things that happen to people. Yes, you're passionate about volunteering. I'm using gifts now as an example. How much do you have in your bank account? Or let's just say you are passionate about volunteering, right? And then you just jump into it. Every single event in Nigeria or in Port Harcourt. In fact, sometimes you pay your transport, you buy your data, you promote, you do this for free. At the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, you are exhausted. There is no money in your bank account. You have nothing to show for it. At some point, when before I got a job, I was still writing for people, right? It was giving me joy, but I didn't really feel it because somehow I still had something to fall back to. But there was a time when I was helping people. Passionate, but you want to know, anybody that wants to edit anything in this world, they will send it to me. I will edit, and they will tell me, thank you so much. You're such an amazing writer. But nothing, no payment was coming from it. But one day I sat down and I asked myself, okay, so if I continue like this, is this how it's going to be? And that was when the thought of putting structure into passion came in. The thought of, let's brand this passion so that it will be easy. While we are getting joy, we are getting money. That's double joy. So if you're passionate about something, the first thing you think about is structure. How do I structure this in a way that people can approach me and pay me for it, not just saying thank you? There are many ways to pay, of course. People can pay you with access, people can pay you in different ways. But the thing is, put a structure that makes it possible for you to get double joy. You're not just getting thank you, you're getting something else that is like an honorarium or something in return. And then if you're doing a job that maybe you're working 9 to 5, or you're just doing a regular job for now, you don't have to just because you have listened to this, you quit, and then by next month you say, I want to face my passion. Oh dear Lord Jesus, you're going to be very, very broke, right? So that's why you have to put structure, like I said. If you're working on a job right now and you're really, really passionate about something, begin to build, begin to create, begin to put I from my job 2021. But as at 2020, I had already thought about the name. I just knew I want to face this thing, and then we went head on into it, right? So you don't have to be extreme about your decisions. You don't have to be, because when you are under financial pressure, even your passion will begin to do like a body. So yeah, Queen is there to help with this app the day for it. You're going to be very exhausted. So put some structure into your passion. You're passionate about acting, you're passionate about something. Don't just go into it without having some form of structure while you're into volunteering. You can be picky about it. And then you also have a voice, because most people want to use volunteers and not give them anything in return. But you also have a voice, because if you don't speak up, people will tend to overuse you and not give you anything in return. Okay? So I got to that point, right, where you have to do, okay, passion and income. I need to make money from this. I need to, what did I do? Okay, I've talked about how I built both sides of the business. I kept my bank job, but I still use my free time to get resources. I bought printer, I bought paper, I bought ink, I bought just a few things that I could use at home so that I would be, going about my publishing business. It was not always easy. I would collected maybe the editing jobs I have collected. Sometimes I will use my lunch. I used to carry. Sometimes I'll carry my laptop. So when I have like one, I have something personal. I'll just use 30 minutes to go to the canteen and then reply a few mails or a few messages or draft whatever I needed to draft. But then I knew I was building something, and I was sure that this was what I wanted to do. Because you also have to think, you're passionate about something you want to build. Are you building long term or short term? That's another question that you should ask yourself. Is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? That's all. Put a price on what you do. Yes, God has given you these gifts and abilities, not just so that you can bless the world, but even as you bless the world, He also wants you to be a part of the enjoyment that comes with it. So when the time came for me to resign, I already had foundation. So I was not just falling back to empty space. I already had foundation. I was still making my videos. Even though you would trust me, it was not easy. So especially if you're doing another job that is different from what you're passionate about, it will stress you, but you will enjoy it. So don't just relax in your job and then think, okay, this one is giving me income. Let passion with you can actually do it. It depends on your ability to balance things and how important that passion really is to you. Okay, so from my interactions, I think I'm trying to rush it up now. From my interactions and from my experiences, I had to learn 4 lessons. There are many other lessons, but just 4 for the sake of this training. Passion and income are not enemies. You can actually build them together if you're willing to be patient and strategic. So you can build your passion and income at the same time if you're very willing and patient. And then the second thing I learned is that your current income can be used to fund your passion. Yes. So if you're passionate about something and you're already doing another job that is not related to what you're passionate about, you can use the income to fund your passion, just like I did. I got printer, I registered my business, I got a few things that I needed to get started with my passion. So it will make you have the experience that you need when you fully launch into your passion. Some people, their passion may not necessarily be building a business, because I'm talking about building a business. Now you can be working and your passion is maybe to act, or yeah, to act, for example. Now you're not going to register your acting business, it is your brand. So use that time to build your personal brand. Get your brand name, your color, your theme, and everything that you want to be identified with. And then use that time that you're maybe working to learn certain skills that will be relevant to you in the acting industry, for example. Right? Now, the third lesson is skills are transferable. Banking taught me discipline, communication, and client service. And amazingly, I started out as a customer service professional. And some of the things I learned while I was banking, I have transferred into my current business. And these are the things that have made me a better publisher. So skills are transferable. While you're volunteering, you're going to meet different kinds of people, different kind of event organizers, different type of people. But then that skill, learn to understand and to manage different people and situations. Now you want to help, you have the passion of helping, but while you're doing every other thing that you do, helping is going to, that skill is going to help you, it's going to make you learn the skill of planning and organizing. Because if you're not able to plan and organize, you can help, and then your help will go wrong, right? So skills are transferable. Learn the right skills needed. Learn the right skill needed. So while you're doing your job and you want to launch into your passion, learn industry terms. There are terms used in certain industries. Learn them. If it's volunteering, you can use resources, Google, different things. Learn really about volunteering. Learn really about helping people, so that you will have the right structure to put in place once you eventually launch out. And finally, there's no perfect time to make this switch. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm sure if I kept waiting for the perfect time, by now I'll still be banking. But see us today, we started as partner, now we have our own space, we've grown, we're now doing business in millions. So there's no perfect time. You have to launch when you feel ready to chest it, because it comes with a lot of responsibilities, especially if you're moving from a regular 9 to 5 into a business that you want to build. Now, the questions I want you to ask yourself, the questions are in the slide. You can maybe take them down or take a screenshot so that it will help you when you're reflecting. Is my passion proven or just a hobby for now? You see? So there's a difference between hobby and a passion. So for me, I play the keyboard, right? So at some point, I was thinking that my passion is to just be playing keyboard, to just play keyboard. But after thorough, intensive, because then I was thinking, okay, why don't I build a business from this? Maybe run an academy where I teach playing keyboard or run lessons. But after thorough and careful examination and reflection, I discovered that my true passion is not even in the keyboard. My passion is in writing. Now, see the beautiful thing. While I launched into writing and publishing, at my spare time, I made time to train people in keyboard. So I have to teach them how to play keyboard. And at some point, I've also had to, maybe people have events and then they want me to cover. When I have the time, I just go there. So it's both my hobby right now, and I'm making money from it. So you have to learn the difference between your passion, and if you make a mistake and decide to build a business from hobby, you might struggle, you may not struggle. But then you have to also do the reflection yourself, because at the end of the day, you are the one to answer some personal questions. So this passion you're talking about, volunteering, do you think is a passion or a hobby? Do you think it's something you're doing right now because it feels like you have enough time in your hands? Do you think really that you can follow through if you had another, maybe something else to occupy you? You like helping people, put a structure to, there are so many aspects of help. Do you like maybe managing events, managing people, put a structure, put a name on it, and then ask yourself, are you really sure that it's not a hobby or just something that makes me feel good, not just a passion? Then, number two, have I made my passion generate some income already? So, right now, as you're here, ask yourself this question: this passion that you have, has it given you any money at all? For now, let's say you enjoy helping people, you enjoy teaching for free. Has it given you any money? If it has not given you any money, then you know that you still have some work to do before you transition. For me, while I was still doing my job, I was my passion about writing. I had people that at some point I would say, okay, I want to write a tribute to someone. I want to write this. I want to write that, and I'll tell them, you're paying me 1K. You're paying me 1.5. You're going to recharge my phone so that I write this for you. So it was generating something for me, right? So it made me know that okay, this is viable. I can actually launch into this. So look at your passion very well. Has it generated money for you? Does it have the capacity, the ability to generate money for you? Helping people, helping them do what? What are they going to pay you for eventually if you start putting a price on what you do? So number three, what financial safety nets do I have? Right now, what's your current financial safety net? Are you struggling? Do you need to stay some more in that job and um, fund your passion? If your answers are not ready yet, it means that you are still building. It means that you still have a bit of work to do, right? And then finally, it's not always a battle, passion and income. It's not. It sometimes can be a partnership. You can still be working and then doing your passion as part of what you have to do. You can still be working, doing a 9 to 5, and then you launch a volunteering firm, right? Where you have people who work with you for that event. So it can be a partnership. It's not always about quitting one to fund the other. It can also be a partnership. Now you're helping people. What are you helping them do? Are you helping them plan? Are you good with planning? Because everybody is helping everybody. Even as I am now, I'm helping them put their books out there. I'm helping them get money. So what exactly are you helping people do? So Queen, this is for you. You have to go home and do a little bit of work. Helping people do what? Put a name on it. Are you helping them plan? Them organize? If you are, are you dashing them money? Then if it's philanthropy, how about getting an end? Is it if it's about philanthropy, have you talked about getting setting up an NGO where you do community projects and also put a name on it so that it will be easier for you to launch and then go from there. Partner your current job with your partnership. Like I know a friend who I don't even know why she's not on this call. Like she's supposed to be. Who currently she does a 9 to 5, so she sells wares on the side. She has a clothing brand on the side. So ask yourself, are you where you are now because you chose safety or because you're building something bigger? If the answer is safety, what are the small steps you can take to start, preparing for that bigger life, to start launching? Queen, that question for you today is to put a name on helping. There are many aspects of helping, so put a name on it. It could be executive assistance, it could be virtual assistance, it could be logistics, it could be planning, it could be event management, whatever. Yes, you're volunteering. So put a name on it, do some more work, and see how you can narrow it down to put a structure to what you do. Because at the end of the day, your passion can pay you even more income. Thank you so, so much. This is where we'll end it for today.